Well, boys, it's another day back out here at Elevated AF, my custom truck shop where we build custom trucks. Anyways, I've got two Duramaxes here on the hotshot truck that just came in. The first one here was a project truck we bought off somebody. It's been painted to primer and then just pretty much left at that point. It's got a full air suspension, motor's still in there, no headlights though, and this thing needs a good amount of work. It also has Dodge stocks on it. Anyways, the other one that we bought here is this GMC Denali 2500. Now, I love Alcoa wheels. One of my favorite wheels ever made, but on this, it just does not fit. This thing already has a McGoy's lift on it and a couple other little things, but yeah, we're taking these Alcoas off and we'll probably put them on something else. I mean, they're pretty wide. They do look decent, but just not on this truck. Anyways, we're gonna get this one in the shop. You guys can get to working on it, and this Duramax is gonna need a lot of work. Anyways, while the guys get to work on those two trucks, I've got some other stuff to do. So for the last couple of weeks, the guys have been bothering the heck out of me to get them a shop truck. So I asked them, I'm like, what do you need a shop truck for? We've got two basically brand new F450s with trailers. And they're like, well, when we go into town and pick up parts, towing a trailer is kind of a pain in the butt, and it'd just be nice to have a decent flatbed truck. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You're complaining about towing a gooseneck trailer. So I was like, all right, fine. We'll get a truck. But you guys have a $2,500 budget to buy the truck. And then since it's Elevated AF, we of course got to make it look cool. So you can either use whatever parts are lying around the shop, which we have plenty, believe me, and you get another $2,500 for whatever extra parts. So they've told me they found something and they're going to bring it here later today. I don't know what they could have found for $2,500 that they were so excited to show me, but I guess we're going to see. So we just had a dude bring in this 2024 F350 dually. It's all done up. I guess he bought it like this. It's on a striker lift kit, JTX forged wheels, tons of paint match, the whole 9 yards. So he came here and he's like, hey man, I gotta trade this thing in. I'm like, why? It's a beautiful truck. Also basically brand new. He's like, well, for one, I need a 450, and for two, this thing's just too dang nice for the job site, and I can't get any work done with it because I'm scared of wrecking it. So I was like, all right, I can probably help you out with that. So the only 450 we have here actually is this one. Now that one is a platinum, same with this one, but this one is a 2022, I believe. And while it's still nice, it's not as nice as that thing. So it's also a flatbed, which he did want. I think this thing covers exactly what he needs. Anyway, he's doing paperwork in the office, and I guess we have a new F350. I'm not sure there's really anything we can do to this as far as customizing it any further, so I'll probably just get my guys to detail it up and we'll put it back out on the lot. Oh man, it's just gonna be one of those busy days. We just had a customer drop off this 4th gen Ram. It's a Laramie Longhorn. It's got this super cool custom color, which I actually really like. Anyway, he wants a little bit of a lift kit, wides, new headlights and taillights, a little bit of engine work, all that good stuff. So we're gonna get this thing in the shop ASAP. We have to schedule these customer builds like months in advance. So whenever something comes in, half the time I forget that we even scheduled it. So it's always a surprise when you have something nice come in. They're like, oh yeah, we're building that. So the guys just got done their lunch break and they went and picked up their new shop truck. And apparently it's in the back, and I guess they got it for $1,800. So they have a bit more budget when it comes to fixing it up. Oh boy, what did they buy? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What in the heck is this? What is this, a 2011 Duramax? What? Since when do we buy Chevys here? And I mean, we buy Chevys, but I'm talking for shop trucks. What the heck is this? And it's a flippin' rusted out city truck that I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was definitely a plow truck at one point. What the heck? At least they got a diesel. I can at least be happy about that, but man, I suppose I did give them a pretty cheap budget. I hope they got some plans for this thing, because I don't know how they're possibly going to make this thing look cool. The main reason why I hate Chevys and GMCs is because of the IFS suspension. It's a pain to work on. It's a pain to lift. Solid axles are just that much better. Super easy to work on, super easy to lift, and it just looks cooler. I mean, no one's ever really looked at an IFS suspension and been like, oh, that looks so much cooler than a straight axle. Oh, I love the camo. That is really something. Oh, and it's got a CB too. Even better. My question is, with this racking on here, how are you supposed to use the gooseneck hitch? How? I guess it's got pins. You can always pop it out. Nope, you can't. There's bars here. You can't even use the gooseneck hitch. This is why I buy the shop trucks. We got brand new F450s, but no, that isn't gonna work. Bought something the same dang color as my forklift. Does this thing even run? Okay, it does. That surprised me. Well, it's been about a week here, and 2 of the trucks have been finished. First one here is the customer build for the week. Laramie Longhorn. Got brand new headlights, new grille, new third brake light, Alpha X tail lights, Liberty forged wheels, Ragnarok GTs, track bars, new BDS front suspension, all the good stuff. This thing now looks pretty dang presentable. The only thing I personally would have done different, but the customer didn't want, was paint matched headlights and paint matched mirrors. Would have left the chrome, just the black plastic there, would have paint matched it to this paint because it looks so dang good, but he didn't want to do that. I think he wants to do it later down the road at some point, but this turned out absolutely killer. And then the one Duramax that we had here didn't have to do too much to it other than a bit of paint match, kept the same lift, but changed out the wheels for some JTX forged wheels, added on an Outlaw Fab track bar. The track bar we added on this truck is actually an Outlaw Fab too, but getting lots of good stuff from that guy. And I think we may or may not have already taken a deposit on this thing. I can't remember. Anyways, the customer should be here to pick up his truck very shortly, but I gotta say, it is nice to have some stock finally at the dealership. It's looking pretty dang good. But you know what isn't looking good? My showroom inside the shop here. I had a fresh set of Nitto mud graps sitting right here, and they've been replaced with another fresh set. Now, we haven't had any trucks get Nitto mud graps this week, and I think the culprits are in the shop, and I think I know what stinking truck they're going on. When I said they could use parts around the shop, I didn't mean brand new stuff from the showroom. I meant like an old set of wheels and tires we had sitting out back off a previous build. But whatever, it is what it is, as long as they make it look cool. Alright, so it's been about another week here. The guys have gotten the Duramax done, and I guess they got that 2011 Chevy shop truck done. Now, I went home at about 8 last night, and I get a notification at 9:30 on my security cameras. So I check them, and sure enough, I see the guys hauling in this rusty flatbed. So I don't know, they must have been pulling some overtime there. They weren't pulling overtime, they were off the clock. I told them they could work on that truck on the clock, so I don't know what the heck they were doing. Probably trying to get it finished before the weekend. But I gotta say, this truck turned out so dang cool. It was already in primer, so we painted it this super cool gray color. I've seen it on a couple other trucks, and I really, really like it. It already had the full air suspension, so we kept rocking with that. Added on some new track bars, hood stack, ton of paint match. Of course, got some proper headlights in there now, and boggers and welds, because why the heck not? And then, of course, there's tons of LED lighting, because why not? I know some kid is gonna come here and buy this thing probably this weekend. Anyways, enough about this thing. The guys said the super cool new shop truck is in the back, so we're gonna go check it out. I've noticed a few more parts go missing, so I'm guessing they're probably on there. Oh, they put it right behind. Did they put it right behind the big white truck? Yes, they did. Okay, you know what? It doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. From afar. From right about here, it looks pretty dang cool. But as you get closer, no, I'm kidding. It actually looks pretty cool. The 2011 Duramax, clearly they gave it a repaint. Put a stock bumper on there with a ranch hand grill guard. Baja design lights in the bumper, new headlights. Oh, they cheaped out. They cheaped out big time. Actually, they didn't cheap out at all because that's a rough country lift that was already sitting in the back of the shop. They just decided to give it a little powder coat. Rock lights. There's those Nitto mud graps that I said went missing. Black Rhino forged. Did we ever bring these in? I don't think so. These must have been off another truck or something. I don't know. They also told me that they have went over budget by $3. I guess they sold a decent amount of parts off the truck, like the old bumper, the old flatbed. They have stretched the frame to accommodate this new flatbed, which is not painted. They didn't have enough in the budget to buy some spray paint, I guess. But you know what? With the budget they had, they actually did pretty dang good, and they have emphasized their point even more that they need a shop truck by sticking, what is this, a 7.3 motor on there with a transmission? All right, as I see what they did there. What the heck is this? This isn't any, what? This isn't even the same tire, not even the same size. What are they doing? Yeah, the camo's sick. I guess they didn't really do much to the motor. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. The exhaust comes out the headache rack here. Okay, I actually like that. That looks pretty dang good. So you're probably like, Austin, there's no way they could build this truck on the budget they had. Well, you got to remember, we had, I want to say 90% of these parts lying around. They sold some of the old parts off the truck to buy whatever we didn't have. And the second biggest expense to building a truck, if you're not doing it yourself, is the labor, which they didn't have to pay for. But if they had actually bought in these tires, that would have set them over the budget just in themselves. But whatever, I guess we got a cool shop truck now. By the way, big shout out to DDC for this mod. I'll have his Patreon link down in the description. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.